Hi, thank you for watching. I made a meditation a couple minutes ago. It's a guided meditation and it utilizes a lot of visualization and breath technique to work on releasing stagnant, limiting beliefs so that we may reach our highest potential. I recommend that you watch this video first and that you do the exercise I'm going to recommend in a moment. Prior to watching the video for the guided meditation. And the reason for that is this exercise you might need to do more than once, and it's going to prepare you for the guided meditation. So I was inspired to make a video about how to express our emotions or how to fully feel our emotions so that we can release them. It's come to my attention from my own experience that we tend to judge, suppress for so many reasons, specific emotions and thoughts and experiences as well. So the recommendation for this exercise is to work on releasing the emotion of anger. Now, you'll be able to do this with other emotions as well, like fear, for example, or grief, if you'd like, or anything else that is more dense emotion. I'm going to focus on the emotion of anger because I feel like the emotion of anger is suppressed a lot in certain parts of the world. So let me explain a little bit. When I did this exercise upon myself, what I did was I realized that at such a young age, like you have, for example, like temper tantrums as a child, and then you get older as an adolescent, and you might act out on your parents and lash out, right? As you get older, you have to be civilized and not get into conflicts with people that you're not so fond of, for example. So what I'm trying to say is, from the adult perspective, we're always told not to get angry, you know, and that getting angry is bad and negative, and it's one of the seven deadly sins as well. So what ends up happening is that we don't allow ourselves to really express anger, and I'll go into more depth of what I mean by express in a moment. We don't allow ourselves to express anger fully, and so what ends up happening is we internalize it and it becomes passive. And so the things that actually don't really bother us or that aren't what's really getting us angry, this is what we end up lashing out or get angry about, right? So we're like a time bomb waiting to explode in that fashion. So this exercise, what you're going to do is, I'm going to do this for the first time with you, actually, because I did it to myself and then realized, okay, now I'm going to share it because I found it super helpful, and I have been trying to work on the emotion of anger for a long time, and I have read a lot of books and met a lot of teachers, and a lot of people are all about love and light, right? And how, you know, um, you shouldn't let yourself get angry and all that fun stuff. So this exercise, which will feel counterintuitive, isn't. And I was inspired by Matt Kahn. He's a great teacher online. I highly recommend him. One of his last videos, he talked about how, like, especially people that are becoming more conscious or on this spiritual path, they tend to not let themselves think about what they're feeling and so it just needs to come out this way, right? And he was explaining how we should give ourselves permission, for example, to feel frustrated up here, because if we allow ourselves not to feel guilty and shameful about it up here, it won't need to come out here, and sometimes to the wrong person or for the wrong circumstances. So this exercise is going to assist us in visualizing and using our mind, our thoughts, without verbally saying anything, so that we can express the anger. So here goes. This is my first try. So just take a second, close your eyes, let yourself become centered. So get comfortable. If you don't want to close your eyes, don't. And just take a few deep and long breaths here. And as you release the breath, let it go through the mouth. Make some sound. Breathe consciously. Slow down the exhale. Allow yourself to let go and relax the body completely. And what we're doing here is we are taking a few moments, a couple of breaths, to become more grounded in our physical bodies. It's important for us to feel the emotions of anger arise. And we can only do that if we just step out for a moment out of that mental chatter of day-to-day stuff, So breathe in. Now we tend to usually feel anger between the throat, heart, and lower belly. It might come up anywhere else for you, but just notice in a few minutes where you feel the anger arise in your body. We're going to start off by wanting to think about the most recent time that we felt anger. And if not anger, you felt disappointed or hurt or betrayed or sad, let yourself think about that time and space, who you were with, or if you're alone. Think about it to the point where you could feel it in your body. So put yourself in that moment. Let yourself experience the emotions. Whether this is something, for example, that occurred that was circumstantial or on purpose, maybe it was alone or with someone, it's important for you now to literally get angry. It's going to feel weird. I know it's going to sound weird, but literally in your head, in your mind, and I'm going to use an example of talking to someone that hurt you, for example, maybe an ex. It's the easiest thing I can think of. And don't worry if you open your eyes and stuff, because you'll do this exercise on your own later too. See yourself, hear yourself get angry with this person. Say what you need to say and mean it. Curse, swear, get angry, roar, like just let yourself kick and scream. And another great way is to imagine that you're a boxer, for example. And it's not that you're going to hit this person, but you're going to imagine hitting something, a bag or whatever. and imagine there's like a picture of this person there and you're hitting it, kicking it. It's gonna sound super intuitive, but just do it. Trust me. Let yourself feel the anger coming up. Notice how your body is responding, if your heartbeat is changing, if your palms are sweaty, if you're just feeling that in your gut or in your heart. Feel it. And just as much as you're in here in your head saying whatever you need to say, feel it physically as well. And breathe too. So you're doing a lot at once, but yeah, make it so effortless. And you're going to keep doing this over and over again on your own, because this video is going to be complete soon. One by one, each circumstance, each place, each time that you didn't say what you need to say, that you just let it go, that you allowed yourself to be taken advantage of, that someone betrayed you or hurt you. Do what you gotta do. Go from one place, from one time to one person, and come back again and again and again. This might take a few minutes, an hour, days, but keep going and don't be scared. It's all in your head. You're not even saying anything out loud. You're doing it up here. It's not going to hurt the person. Trust me. Um, trust me. Let yourself get angry. And you'll notice how free you feel after. And then once you feel that's complete, you're going to visualize yourself looking in the mirror. And then you're going to get angry with yourself. Let yourself get angry. You know? Tell yourself, how dare you let people walk all over you? How dare you forget your truth? Or how dare you not love yourself and take advantage of your life and your body? Like growl at yourself, swear, whatever you need to do, just do it. Let this anger arise within you. And then when you feel ready and you're looking at yourself in the mirror, feel yourself, see yourself breaking that mirror down, taking deep breaths. This won't feel real until you've gone to each circumstance in the past that you need to, each time you have this anger in your body that has been released. Sometimes it's hard for you to forgive someone because you haven't let yourself fully feel your emotions and giving yourself permission to do that. And there's so many people out there that have been molested, for example, that they feel guilty, that they feel burden, that they feel so dense. Let yourself get angry, let yourself get mad. And it's not about being a victim, it's about recognizing the emotions that are still in the body and giving yourself that safe space to do that right up here and in here. I didn't even realize when I did this exercise going back in time, I ended up going back to a time when I was 18. My boyfriend of 6 years died of a heart attack. And I didn't even realize that I felt like this, but as soon as I got to him, the first thing that came out was, how dare you leave me? And I just bawled my eyes out. That was because they say anger is the bodyguard of sadness. And I promise you, if you let yourself feel anger, the sadness will come in, the grief will come in, the fears will come in, and they will be flooded out of your body so quickly. You just got to give yourself permission to do that, to feel it, and not feel guilty or shameful that God is, or that people are going to hear your thoughts, or that you're going to send bad vibrations. No. Before you can send out good vibrations, you got to be a clear vessel. You got to be light. And to do that, you got to let go of some stuff that you've been carrying around for so long. And for me, this is what worked. Maybe it didn't work, it won't work for you, and that's cool. At least you tried it. And then you can try something else. But this is just one way. So thank you for watching. Namaste.